And Friday, October the 4th, 2019, you're watching a behind-the-scenes look of Small Talk with host Nancy Guitar and her guest off to the left.
Oh, you're so nice and warm.
Yeah, behind-the-scenes look at the second segment that's coming up shortly.
Okay.
No.
We're in Chilliwack, British Columbia here, and the behind-the-scenes crew.
Should I talk about that a little bit, maybe? Yeah, I agree. There's quite a bit about the cancer I didn't discuss,
That's
so I don't
no
know if
problem.
we should.
Let's continue.
Okay, just because of maybe some more details of it?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Sure.
right, okay. Well, you ask me some questions and we can do, you just talk to me.
Read that.
Talk to me. I
Are you?
know.
Okay, that's good.
You ready?
Yeah.
Still didn't work right.
It's enough for us.
I
So,
heard it.
if you guys wanna chat a little bit,
Okay.
and then,
Oh, yeah.
then
She
I'll-
likes us to chat before she starts taking.
Oh, like the
anything.
shows are like that?
yeah.
Yeah.
The TV
'cause-
shows.
Yeah,
Okay.
And then she can pick things out when she's setting up for our next
Oh,
season or
okay.
the introduction to the show or whatever,
Okay.
you know? She's
Okay.
got a great way of doing things. I love her
Okay.
editor.
Okay, so we start doing that now?
Okay.
No, now
Okay.
we've done it.
Oh, we done it, oh!
In 5, 4, 3.
We're back, and I'm talking to Paula Martins, and we're talking about cancer. So you had some more things you wanted to say about cancer, and what is that you want to add?
Oh, just with the cancer experience, because prior to being diagnosed, I had really no heart, so to speak, about cancer because I didn't experience it.
Right.
And so through this, it's developed for me to have a compassion of understanding for people who have faced it, worked through it, however it's gone. And so with my experience too, having the surgery and that whole process with experiencing, it was a loss. So the grief and loss through that. And in my surgery also, finally they did it and I got the size of a lemon taken out
Oh, yeah.
out of my brain.
Right?
And then they sewed my head back together.
Mhm.
And with that, I did lose quite a bit of words.
Right,
So
okay.
even sitting here, I'm very thankful I can use my words.
So it
So-
took a while, but any kind of brain surgery would do that, is that correct?
It depends. There's so many different kinds of brain cancer, so each would be very different.
Right.
But then I think however it goes with the doctors and your diagnosis. And,
Right.
But mine, I'm still here and they took as much as they could otherwise, because my brain cancer is like a spider, so it
Yes.
still has stuff in there. Which I think is a gift also though, because it keeps me on my toes. Because I've changed all my food, all of my eating, all of my, I want to say almost my belief system in regards to healing and how it's actually possible. Again, I'm still here.
Yeah,
So-
awesome. I
Yeah.
was just gonna say, I started off by talking about people who passed on, and I think that was the wrong thing to do. I think it's good to talk to people who are thriving, who've gotten through it, are on the other side of it now, rather than hearing everybody's story of gloom.
Right.
You know, because that's the uprising thing, or the upbeat,
Right.
and getting those words mixed up like
Yeah.
that.
Well, and I think it is encouraging for me to encourage others. Because I often think at some point I'm going to go, just like everyone else, which is cool. Like,
Yeah.
we're all going.
We're all going, yeah.
But while I'm here, what can I bring? What can I bring in terms of encouragement?
Right.
And it is possible. So,
And I think that's a win-win, right, for yourself and
Mhm.
whoever else that you're helping
Mhm.
along the way, so that's really good.
yeah.
Now let's switch the subject, if that's okay with
Oh,
you.
for sure.
Let's talk about addiction.
Okay.
Now, were you into drugs?
Yes, very much so.
And what kind
Yes.
of, when was that?
Well, oh man, it's been a while, but I do know it was in the 90s.
Okay?
So in high school, a little bit smoked pot. I didn't like it at all.
Mm-hmm.
And so instead, I just jumped straight to crystal meth. And
That's
that was
quite a leap.
it was quite a leap. But it was in the 90s, so it wasn't as common.
Right?
Again, a really big experience. And again, like going through cancer, it was for me to develop compassion because I had an understanding. Same with crystal meth.
Right.
As I went through it, prior to that, I was very judgmental of people who used.
Mm-hmm.
And through it, becoming an active user myself, very active, I went into psychosis, and I happen to still be here. that as well.
So how
So,
did you get yourself out of it? Because I know it's not easy.
no, it's not. And it became to a point where I didn't know there was an out. And so I was gonna commit suicide because the hell I was living in with psychosis was horrific. And so then I decided on some level, on a universal spiritual level, gave me the hope of why don't you just try getting off it.
Right.
So,
And you did it.
and I did, here I am, but it came to the point where who cares if I die?
Yeah.
I may as well ask for help now. It's funny how deep we have to get sometimes, or for myself.
Is there a way to identify why you went into it to begin with?
Well, some of it was, I think some of it is I was dating someone who was already in it, and I was so naive, I didn't realize. But it's still a choice. So no one can make me do it, so I chose with that.
But
Yeah.
I think, like, I've had somebody, a couple of members of my family that were really badly addicted.
Yeah.
And I think it's so easy to sort of slip in there, but without, like, when you
Very
go from
much.
one to the next drug, it's like you think you can control it.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Because it doesn't apply to me, so
Yeah.
I was never gonna be an addict
Yeah,
or
right.
addicted to it. No, that applies to everyone else.
And then when,
Yeah.
once the drugs take hold,
Yeah,
it change, like, I know that, like, I look at the people on the street who are obviously addicts, not other homeless people, but just the addicts, and I think, look at where they are, like, who would choose to be there? They would never have been able to foresee, even if they'd seen it.
I
Right?
think a lot of people, homeless or not, are going through whatever they can do to deal with pain.
Right, oh, yeah, I believe that for sure. you
So
know.
I think, we all have our go-tos, and at that time mine was crystal meth for that.
Mhm.
And then it easily shifts to something else, but the addiction is, it's to not feel pain.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
I tell people that, like, I have a food addiction, and people don't quite believe it, because they look at me, no, you can't possibly. But I struggle with that all the time, and it's so easy to eat the chocolate. I'm a chocoholic,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And even though it makes me ache,
Yeah.
I'll eat it anyway.
Uh-huh.
So that's my go-to, it's food. I've never been into drugs for whatever
Right,
reason.
right.
Well, actually, this is a funny story that
Okay,
I was a high school dropout.
okay,
Drugs came to my school the year after I dropped out.
yeah,
By the time I go back to school, it's 7, 8 years later, it's too late.
yeah.
So
Yes.
went back as an adult. So in a sense, that kind of saved me from it.
Yeah,
I grew up in
right.
the 60s and 70s where everybody
Yeah.
was doing it, but I'm
Yeah.
working,
Yeah,
so it
That's-
didn't touch my world. So I'm quite
Yeah.
thankful for,
yeah.
like I said, who knew being a dropout would
I
have
know.
said.
Well, that's a good example in life, I think, is we have no idea
Yeah,
what makes us walk the journey we are walking, or that we choose to walk. So I
Yeah.
think it's,
and hearing somebody's journey, like this is one of the reasons why I love doing this show, it's hearing
Yeah.
people's journeys, and
Yeah.
everybody's journey is different.
yeah.
And it's like, there's never a direct route for most
No,
people anyway,
no.
right? So I just think about what you've come through and where you are and how you're helping other people with their journey, and it's all so awesome.
Thank
Right?
you.
So thank you
Yeah.
very much for sharing it.
Yes.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk about while we still have a few minutes?
Well.
Putting you on the spot, putting you on the
In
spot.
this spot, I guess just to encourage people, to be a cheerleader for people.
Yeah,
It's easy to get really hopeless. It's easy to feel not supported. It's easy to get to a place where questioning, I don't know if I can do this. In life in general, not just addiction, not just drugs or cancer, in general. And to find that core inside to go, okay, I can do this. And support is essential with that,
yeah,
and however
absolutely,
that works.
absolutely.
But I'm here, the cheerleader.
Yay,
for
yay,
people.
rah, 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 rah.
Yeah.
Well, that just
Yeah.
about wraps it up, so
Okay.
perfect timing, and again, thank you so much for being here, I
Yeah.
really appreciate it.
Thanks, thank you.
Thank you for watching, hope to see you next time, in the meantime, peace out. That's all right.
I'm gonna let you two stay and chat for a few minutes.
Okay,
sure.
About
yeah.
30 seconds, I just did it.
Okay, sure.
Oh,